Hello and welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. So today in this video I'm going to strip down the interior. Pretty much got it all, take all the contents out, the chair and the carpet. The dashboard I'll leave in place, I don't need to do anything like that, but I do want to get the seat, the centre console and the back seat can get the carpet out. What I'm going to be doing is getting the car ready to be rewired for the speakers. Of course the rear speakers don't work, well they do work, but no signal gets them. Because somewhere along the line someone has damaged fader switch wiring. They've cut it all, and when you plug the switch in only the front work. If you remove the front speakers from the terminal, the rear ones work. So somewhere along the line someone's ruined all the wiring. I've got a big wiring loom down there where it's all cut, so they've have to put the new speakers in and new radio, and I've not wired it correctly in terms of the speakers. So I'm going to rewire all the speakers correctly with proper professional grade wiring for the speakers. But in order to do that, I need to take the carpets out. But the main reason for me taking the carpets out is not to do that, it's to get them cleaned. Because they are, from where water used to getting quite dirty and green, and now it's all being cleaned. Look, I mean the carpets are actually in very good condition. You can see they're in good condition, but they just need to be cleaned. So I'm going to show you around, and you better see what I mean by dirty. Okay, I've cleaned it all now, and if you look down now, you see all that dirt along the bottom there. It doesn't need to be cleaned. This side is not too bad. It still needs a little bit of work, but it's not too bad. And then the front along here again, water been getting in a bit. Again, that needs to be cleaned. Again, it's in pretty good condition apart from the filth that's accumulated on top. But it should hopefully clean up pretty good. I'm hoping it'll clean up pretty damn well. But we have to wait and see. And yeah, now it's all, you know, stripped back again. You can get in it again. Besides, I feel happy with it again. Now, you know, I can move around and have a look, and it just feels so much better. Like this now. Yes, take apart the locking little mechanism there, and now I can put my really big breaker bar underneath, and hopefully, it did it earlier on. It moved earlier. It's moving slowly. So, there we go. It sounds very nasty, and yeah, probably ache a little bit, but let's get the seat up. Bring it back on this side. There we go. I'll get in it. I need a two-hand this and actually get in the car. Right. And I think that might be good enough. Do a bit more on this side. Okay, so I have my half inch to, what is it, half inch to 3/4, 3/8, or to 3/4. I don't know, but it's half inch down to the next one down below that one. So let's see if I can get that on, and hopefully more power if needed.
Right. Apparently rounded again. Right, so 1/2 inch down to 3/4 inch, down to whatever that little one is. No, and that nut completely rounded. And that one is definitely not going to come out about 1/2 inch. So I'm not even going to try with this. That's going to completely ruin it. And that definitely needs a normal one. And you see all this and that. So I think for today, I'm going to be calling it quick with that toast. And that's fine, but it's not going to come out without the crit toolage now, so that's fine. Alright, leave that on there. Leave that on there. There you are for that one. And I think I'm going to tidy up now. I wanted to get all the heat out today, but that's not going to be happening now, unfortunately. Going to run into tomorrow. I should have to go on Amazon on that and see how long it would take. Or maybe actually, I suppose we could pop down to a local motor factory and see about getting some sockets from them. Hopefully they'll do them. If not, I don't think they do them. I think they only do the 12-point sockets, not the 6-point. So I don't get why. Everywhere like you go, hardly any of them will do a proper 6-point socket set. They only do the 12-point because they're easy to get onto sockets, but some places you actually need an actual 6-point, and yeah, really hard to get hold of. So fortunately for now, that's going to be it, and then again I'll pick it up at a later stage. So until then, I don't know when that'll be. Hopefully tomorrow, but if not, it'll be, well, either way, it'll be a couple of seconds for you anyway. So I'll see you shortly. And I'm still working on getting the front seat cover. I've probably spent a good part of about a whole, I don't want to say a whole day, but you know, at least 6 hours in total, 6-7 hours trying to get the front seat out. Probably something like that. Probably not that much, but yeah, you get the idea. So, passenger seat, it's now out. Well, it's still in the car, but it's unbolted. You know, it's flopping off by it and it can be moved. So, I think I updated it before that 3 of the 4 bolts, I think there's, no, 3 or 4? At least 2 of them had round, no, working 2 of them, sorry. 2 of them had rounded, and I had to get a 6-point socket as I used to a 12-point, which my mistake obviously, and it rounded 2 of the nuts off. So on the passenger, it rounded the two back ones off on the passenger chair. So the 6-point one, I put it on, and it rounded one of them even further, and just wouldn't come out. But it did manage to get one of them out on the other side, which is good. And then we get to the driver's seat. Now, one of them is so badly rusted, headwise, that no bolt, no socket, nothing to fit on it. And that had to be drilled out as well, which that's now drilled out. So that part's free. And then the other bolt on the other side. Now, if I show you quickly, no, exactly the same on the 190. So this thing just here, exactly the same as on the Mercedes 190, W1, most likely the 2.4 as well. And this is from the passenger seat. And you can see just how rusty that is, and why there's no hope of getting that bolt out. Yeah, that's the one I had a drill. And you can just see that there's no hope in getting that out. Now I'm going to go one way only, either a sheared bolt or drilling it. like I did in this case. So the one on the driver's seat here, I'll show you what I think's happened in a minute. So I had to drill one bolt out. That's fine. That part of the seat's free. But I now have to drill the other side out as well. So when I put this socket on, it started loosening, fine, and it started spinning, and all it's doing now is spinning. It's not actually coming out. Now I've got a leak on it as well. What I think has happened is this top part, because you push it. Right, so you've got. If I can find something quickly. Right. So you got. Pretend this is the frame. Pretend this is the car. This is metal. Pretend this is metal. This is the actual car itself. This thing here slides through there and it clamps onto the metal frame. Now obviously the bolt goes through here. Obviously this is a bit thicker and no hole for the bolt, but the bolt goes through there and it clamps, and it clamps down like so, all clamps together on the car, solid. But what I think's happened, and also with the bolt goes through, it stops it from turning like this, you know, it stops it from turning. What I think's happened is in this part here, it's rusted out completely and snapped, allowing effectively this part here where the bolt goes into, clamps onto, to spin in the little cavity underneath. Which I think, like I said, I think that's what's happened, not allowing that bolt to come out. Now, you might say, well, isn't it snapped and it doesn't? Quite you pull the heat off? No, unfortunately not, because like it goes when you bolt through, and where's the frame, you put the bolt through and it goes through the frame, through a hole in the actual bodywork of the car into this, so you can't push the seat off. So that's going to need to be drilled as well, unfortunately, to get that off. So there can be a bit more drilling and another bolt, so in total that'll be 3 bolts all drilled off at the back. But I'm pretty sure I do have spare one. In my time of owning 190, I've had, in my 10 years of owning a W201, I've broken a few for parts as well, and I'm pretty sure I've kept quite a lot of these for parts in my little bits and bobs little drawer. I know for a fact I've definitely got a heat bolt. That's your and that's a bit. I cannot find one at the minute. But either way, yeah, I can't find one at the minute. Either way, I do have the actual bolts for the heat as well. Those of them spare, and they should. I'm imagining they're going to be exactly the same as this. So, luckily, like I said, let's be honest. But I think what I might have to do, or not might have to do, one thing I will have to do is get new metal support brackets for the seat. It's now from rusted completely, there's nothing left of them at all. So that's going to have to be done, unfortunately. And new one, either new ones or second hand ones, either way, make sure I better get some from somewhere. So that's where we're at. Again, I was going to record it and tie up it all and whatever, but I'm already spending so much time just drilling and, you know, trying to get the seats out. It would pretty much be pointless doing the time, like it would be hours for footage, condensed down maybe into half an hour to an hour of just trying to get the front seats out. So once I've actually undone all the bolts and got them out, I then start recording again, and that will be a time lapse. But until then, there's not really any point to give me a waste of time. All you're going to see is me drilling and drilling and drilling. But so until then, I'm going to keep going at it, and also actually, I'm going to do it on a gloves one. I'm going to have all greasy. I don't want to get greasy with my hands. But I think on the tilt, the back tilt for the driver's seat, I think the planetary gear keys, because when you move the seat manually without the gears engaged, the motor spins. So I think the planet, and actually, and with the planetary gears taken out of the car, it all goes up and down. So yeah, I think the planetary gears may be a bit seized, but we'll get that in good time. I'm going to go for the seats anyway before I put it back in the car. I should make sure it all works. So
I know a few little bits and bobs on the seats, you know, a bit don't like working fully. I don't know if that's just with the switches or the seats and stuff. That'd be a different video. But I just want to get the interior out ready for a full valet tomorrow. Well, not full valet, just an interior valet. No point getting the exterior of the car done. I mean, you've seen the exterior of the car. Pretty pointless putting money into the exterior of the car in terms of valeting it. It's not going to look nice at all. But interior wise, it is important to get rid of all this mould. And then once the seats are out, not mould but algae and stuff. But once the seats are out and the car's pretty much back down to bare bones, it'll bring you back again, and you better see exactly what needs doing. So I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Okay, so back in the car again, and now I've got a lot of leg room now. Oh, I can almost touch the steering wheel. I actually can touch the steering wheel from here. I can watch the leg room I now have. Tell you one thing though, them seats, oh, no. They weigh an absolute ton each. They're ridiculously heavy. Ridiculously heavy, honestly. But, well, compared to my non-electrified W126, 10 times the weight easily. Oh. W126 that aren't electrified. No, really easy to move, but these things, yeah, they are something else. Right, now the seats are on, I'm going to show you around the car and show you where we're at. This rear seat needs to come out still. That shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, front seats again, no all out. Just the carpets we really didn't need. So all the front seats are out, just the rear seats now that need to come out ideally, and the other B pillar. This B pillar is off. The driver's got a B pillar. It just needs to take the passenger side B pillar off. And we're pretty much good. Okay, so you can see on the carpet on this side it's a little bit dirty and there's a bit of rust. When I say a bit rust, there's a lot of rust. Now, I'm not too worried about that rust because it's not the seat frame odd. I mean, the seat frame is a little bit dirty, or it's a little bit rusty, but that rust is from the little mounting plate, which is not connected to the car or connected to the seat. It's just there to help locate the seat. So I can get new ones for them. That's no problem. That's no problem at all. Even if I don't get new, you can get second hand. That's not an issue. That's easily repairable. Yeah. And then this way as well, the front is actually not too bad. Again, a bit rusty on the carpet, but that should hopefully be quite easily curable, as you see, when we get around doing it. On this side, again, it's not really too bad. I mean, this side is actually not too bad. At the back, at the front, this is not too good. No, on the side at the front is good. On the driver's side, but at the back is worse. It's a bit green, it's a bit dirty, but I'm sure I have no problem cleaning this. Got a quite weird looking pen. That's what I'm talking about now. One of the seat mounts, like that metal thing right there next to the little tic tac jar. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. That's what's created this mess on this side. So now, these ones aren't in too bad condition, but they're bad enough for me to just say I'm going to get new ones or replacements. I could sand it down and do all that, but it can take a lot of time. And ideally, I just want to put the seats back in straight away when the carpet's all done. But it's not too, like, it is not too bad. I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse than this. And for a car that's been sat in a field for 15 years. Yeah, again, it's not overly bad. Not overly bad. Right. Continue with. Okay, it's time now for me to
continue taking the stuff apart, I'm going to take that off again. That's coming off. But to take it off, I need to take the bolt out down the bottom, find a little cap on the floor, take that off, and the conditioning off. These would get replaced anyway because they're all ripped and torn. So, and I don't have any idea why they're all bubbling like that. I'm guessing maybe it's rust pushing through. But yeah, so they're going to come off and be replaced at some stage. They'll go back on for now, but they will eventually get replaced for much better condition ones. But yeah, the interior of the car will hopefully start looking like an actual car soon. Hopefully it start being quite nice to sit inside this car. Right, enough jibber jabber, enough jibber jabbering, and let's get on with it. Ooh, 50p coin. That looks a bit. That looks a bit crowded. Okay, so we're pretty much at a fully disassembled position, ready for the car to be valeted tomorrow. So hopefully it'll look quite a bit different to what you see in now. So I've taken off the trims on the edge of the doors all the way along so that it can be cleaned properly and obviously right up to the gaps. So I think I may still take this quantity out yet, but that's in the quantity, but I'm not going to do that today. Actually, I will need to do it when I do the wiring for the speakers. But yes, that's not coming out today. That'll come out on a different day because I need to learn how to take it out first. I know how to take out the 190Es and W126. They're fairly easy, but never done a 126 one before. So yeah, just doing a bit more tidying up now, and after that I'm done. Yeah, but there's definitely it can be quite a bit of work to get on with over the next couple of days now. So it should be many different videos being filmed. Not to give too much away, but as you've seen in the video, in a few of my videos already, the electric heat doesn't work. So now all this is assembled, it makes for a perfect opportunity to see why that's not working. Also, as you've seen again before, the rear blind does not work. So again, while the heat's well out and stripped down, again it's a perfect opportunity to see why that's not working. So again, a lot of opportunities now to get stuff done. Like again, the wiring for the speakers, and there's a few little bits and bobs which may get done as well. So until then, that's going to be a different video again. So anyway, this will be it for this part of the video for tonight, and then yeah, we'll be picking up again tomorrow after it's all done. I'll ask the person who's doing the valeting if I can film them doing it. If not, I won't do it. Obviously, some people don't like to be filmed, others don't mind, so all depending on what their preference is. Again, if they don't want to be filmed, that's, can't do nothing about it. You should respect that. But if you don't mind, I'll set the camera up and let you see the transformation of the car. Hopefully, seeing it get better and better. Anyway, I'll see you shortly.